Hey, it's Seth from Citizens Disability. Today, I'm going to tell you what you need to know about applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits in the Palmetto State, South Carolina. Every state's different. That's obvious and everyone knows it. But what's less obvious, what most folks don't know, is that applies to SSDI claims, or Social Security Disability Insurance claims, as well. Because of the way the Social Security Administration structures this process, the state you live in can have a real effect on an applicant's waiting times and on their likelihood of winning their benefits at each step of the process. We track this data pretty closely. We've updated our numbers as we do every year in February, so this South Carolina data is certified fresh for 2021. Now, as you may know from watching some of our other videos, and there's plenty of them, there's basically 3 steps to the SSDI application process. You got the initial application, reconsideration, and the hearing. Now, those first 2 steps, initial application and reconsideration, are handled at the state level by state-run disability determination services. The agencies who work on behalf of the Social Security Administration follow all the same rules and regulations. As you can see from this chart coming in from the right, over the past year in South Carolina, about 37.6% of initial applications for SSDI benefits were approved. And you can see how that compares here to this national average of 38.4%. It's a difference of 0.9%, not far off. You can also see how South Carolina has done over the years, going back to 2010. And we can see that South Carolina has been gradually increasing their initial application approval rate since 2014 and has now just surpassed the national average. As we made this video in February 2021, South Carolina ranks 36th in the nation in terms of rate of approvals at the initial level. Now, if those odds make you a little bit worried, 6 out of 10 not getting approved, hey, that's understandable, but there's no reason to panic. First reason not to panic, there's people like us here at Citizens Disability, specialized disability advocates who can help with the application process to improve a claimant's chances of success at every stage of the process. And if you want to see how an advocate could help you with your claim, click this little banner up here in the top right and you can watch a video all about it. Second reason not to panic is that being denied at initial application does not have to be the end of the road. That's because when people get denied at the initial application level, typically they're going to appeal that denial. They're going to ask for reconsideration, or recon as we call it. Reconsideration is also handled at the state level, and as this chart coming in from the right is going to show you, it is actually pretty rare for people to get approved at recon, that second stage out of 3. You can see that's reflected in both the South Carolina data and the national data. South Carolina, with an approval rate of 10.8%, is a little bit below the national average of 13.7%, which is already pretty low. Again, you can see how South Carolina has done over the last 10 years, and we can see that South Carolina has basically stayed below that national average going all the way back. Overall, in 2021 so far, South Carolina ranks 46th in the nation in terms of the rate of approval at reconsideration. Now, the majority of people who apply for SSDI in the United States do have to go to the 3rd stage of the process, called the hearing, and that is going to be true for applicants from South Carolina as well. Now, we've got a ton of information on our website and other videos here on YouTube all about the hearing process if you want to get all the details. You can even see what a hearing is actually like. Just click this little banner up here in the top right. Short version, though, if you've been denied at reconsideration, you're going to appeal that denial, and you're going to go to a hearing in front of an administrative law judge who works for the Social Security Administration at the federal level. This is another area where all the states are very different. Most states have at least one, but usually several SSA hearing locations throughout the state, and each individual office has their own waiting times and their own approval rates. Now, in this chart coming in from the right, you can see how South Carolina fares on average across all of their offices against the national average for approval rate at hearing. And it looks like through 2020 and into 2021 so far, South Carolina is coming in with a respectable 55.4% on average. Compare that to the national average of 51.1%. South Carolina ranks 13th in the nation. Now, when you appeal and ask for a hearing, we should warn you, it can take a pretty long time for that hearing to actually happen. And when it comes to hearing waiting times for South Carolina, you can see them here in these blue bars. We got the national average of 11.4 months of waiting time before the hearing, and we can see that across the state, the average for South Carolina is a really respectable 9.1 months. That's pretty good. As you can see, we have more than one hearing location in South Carolina. We can see that the shortest waiting time in the state is at the Columbia office, with a very short average waiting time of 7.9 months, and the longest waiting time in the state is in Greenville, with a waiting time of 9.9 months. And overall, South Carolina has a shorter hearing wait time than that national average, with all their offices, or most of the offices, below the average. You can also see that each office has its own approval rates. Those are the red bars. And in looking at the 2020 data leading into 2021, we can see that the best situation is Columbia, with an approval rate of 62.7%. That's pretty good. Things are less rosy looking, though, over at the Charleston office, with a rate of 44.3%. So overall, South Carolina does have that slightly better average approval rate, with only one office falling below the national average. So in looking at all of our data, we can see that for approval rates at hearing, South Carolina overall ranks, as we had said, 13th in the nation, while for hearing waiting times, South Carolina ranks 3rd in the nation. The important thing to remember here is that these waiting times that we're talking about for South Carolina across the state and for all these individual offices, those are average waiting times. Some folks may get their hearings quicker than those average times we're showing you, but some folks are going to have to wait a lot longer. Sometimes even a lot longer than those average numbers we're showing you. Now, we have got a lot more data about South Carolina at our website, www.citizensdisability.com. You can check it out by visiting us. Click on our state-by-state page and click into your state. We update our data every year so you can stay current on what's happening and have up-to-date information at your fingertips. Believe me, it does change from year to year. Now, if you are thinking about applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits, no matter where you are in the country or what the approval rate there looks like, we strongly encourage you to please get help from a disability advocate, like us here at Citizens Disability, or a local specialist attorney. Especially after looking at the approval rate numbers, you want to have the best possible chance of getting approved. That's what an advocate can do for you. At Citizens Disability, we've been helping regular folks all across America apply for and win their SSDI benefits, and we've been doing it for over a decade. No advocacy group is more aggressive than we are, and no one handles more cases per year than we do. Now, if you'd like to see if we can help you, no problem, just come visit us. Again, it's www.citizensdisability.com, or you can just call us at the number on the screen. Hey, thanks for watching our video about applying for SSDI benefits in the Palmetto State, South Carolina. If you liked what you saw here and you want to see more, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down there and then ring the bell so that you can get a notification whenever we publish more videos. And hey, do us another favor. Tell us what you think in the comments section down there. We got a ton of content on the SSDI process, how it all works and how we can help you. So please do feel free to explore both at our website and here on YouTube. I hope I see you again soon for another video. Until then, I'll just say thanks for watching. And of course, have a great day.